Hello everyone, it is I, Thomas97SSJ, and today I will show you how to draw celestial art, PR style. So first you grab the ruler tool, then press the circular or the other ruler that I circled, and you do that. You just grab any color you'd like for the outline, and then you make it dark but somewhat desaturated. And we'll get on to the gradients later. And then basically you just draw the outline. I didn't know how big I wanted the outline for this planet, which you may know it later on. Once I grab the texture map, which is optional, you can draw your own. Or you can find it in my drive. But yeah, here we go. I will grab a realistic Earth texture map right here. I will make it bigger so it engulfs the entire outline. There you go. After that's done loading, there you go. Texture map. You just go down, layer, add another one. I wanted to make the outline a little bigger. Sorry about that. But yeah, I draw a circle underneath that layer. Make sure it goes under the underline. And then basically what I do is press this button right here, then boom! And then I just move this to the right. Yes, yes. There we go. Just so you know, I'm recording this outside of this recording, if you get my drift. Yeah, I changed the outline color because I didn't really like it that much. It didn't suit Earth that much, the PR Earth. Yeah, there you go. The outline has been changed. Now pay attention to this part, because this part is very much needed once you get all that other stuff dealt with. Doesn't take as long as me, but after that, you need to do this. Grab a brush. Airbrush is optional, but it's mandatory somewhat. You grab one of the airbrushes, you make it somewhat bigger than the outline. Make it like a lighter version for the first layer, then goes under it, under the outline planet and base. You circle it as many times as you can with the ruler till it looks kind of like that, sadly. And once you get done with that, you grab your Gaussian blur. You do it like once or twice or thrice, and then you duplicate it, and then you do this part. Yeah, skipped a couple steps, sorry. And yeah, basically you do the same thing for here, just so it makes the atmosphere look a little better. Although I should have like moved it a bit so it can look more realistic, but sorry, forgot about it, but whatever. You duplicate that and Gaussian blur a couple more times. Then you shrink it a bit. There you go. You got the atmosphere of Earth, but now it's time for my favorite part, which is the shading. So basically, outline, color. Oops, forgot about that. I was using it for something. And there we go. We just do a little circle, doesn't matter how big it is, and then Gaussian blur just to make it look a little more realistic, if you get my drift. And we just move it to a corner. Any corner is good. It's your design. You make it how you want it to be. Yeah, try to make sure it doesn't go outside the outline, because then it would mess up the atmosphere a bit. And then pay attention to this. This is how you get the shading to look like it. You get soft light, you duplicate it, and you get multiply. See how it made it look? Whoa! Wow. Yeah, look at that. Note that down when you're making a planet. And here I kind of messed up because I forgot. Yep. basically you gotta do the same thing. Outline, soft light, but then you gotta make the color brighter than the outline for when you do put it as soft light, so it doesn't make it look a little too saturated. But yeah, basically I had to erase the entire thing. So like, yeah, wasted some seconds here by doing that, but I could have just done this. Yep. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Soft light. Yeah, see how it looks too much saturated? So you know what? I'm just gonna do this way. See how much better that looks? And then you basically change the opacity to somewhat near 70. There you go, there's the shading, and now for the lighting. Now basically I prefer colors like near white and something like that. I was trying to do like a white and then a somewhat lighter, darker color underneath, but it didn't work out in my favor that much. But yeah, I kind of messed up on it. So I just decided to change the color to just pure white and do the rest. But then this is where Leo's teachings go on to a different pattern. Because let me show you something that I came up with or inspired by. But first, let me finish adjusting this lighting because I don't like it that much. Of course, you wouldn't like it that much because celestial artists kind of like perfection in their art, and I am no different. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. I'm always right. Hehe. But yeah, I didn't like it. You also got to do this just so when you do Gaussian blur, when I show you in a second, it doesn't go that far. But yeah, I changed it to white because I do not like it. There we go. Now here's where my teachings get different. I duplicate it, and then I use the bottom one, Gaussian blur, to make it look a little more realistic. But I kind of messed up and I used a little too much pixels. And yeah, I messed up the thing a bit, but whatever. So I had to completely redo it, sadly. But it ain't no biggie. This is where my teaching comes into play. So yeah, once I do this, 20 pixels. Yeah, that's the most recommended for me. But yeah, top one, I accidentally forgot to duplicate it. But yeah, I just do this, duplicate it. I tried to basically get rid of the other part, like bottom part, but it did not work out in my favor because, yeah, basically get rid of this. Oop, it blended in with the white background, so I had to just change it to another. I tried to see it out, but it was just a near transparent thing. So I just did this. You know what? Here you go. You're going to get woofed. Move this out of the way. Yep, there you go. I move it outside the outline itself. Just making sure I got it all good. And then I use the bloom. Doesn't matter how much you use, just do that. There you go. Make it look a little more realistic, if I may. Yeah, there you go. I duplicated that and I added a little more Gaussian blur to that. And there we go. We duplicate that. We do the same for there. Would you look at that? Some lighting. And here's the gradient for the outline itself to make it look more realistic, like the lights affecting the outline too, which is what mainly PR tubers do. Yeah, just do this. Special Tool will be your very best friend on this, so I suggest using him. Sorry about this part because my mother was calling me and I accidentally pressed stop instead of that. Yeah, basically, you just gotta repeat this until it looks like this. Yeah, just keep on going. Trying not to bore y'all. But yeah, I stopped it accidentally. But yeah, we're back to it. Let's go. Yeah, just keep on doing it a little more until you're satisfied. Like me. Yeah, that looks good enough. And then I tried to do like a soft light, double soft light, but when I tried to do it like that, yeah, I didn't like it at all. So what I did is I just made the color like slightly brighter than that. And then I just duplicated that and I moved it up. Changed the opacity to the second one. There you go. And then in order to like combine the two, I just do the bottom, that, boom, bam, bow. And then as for the eyes of Earth, I mainly do the PR eyes, which I was doing it with this, a circle tool. I tried to do dark outline, try to make it look realistic. There you go, circle tool, fill curve opacity. Do that. Woo, would you look at that? The outline of Earth's eyes. PR Earth to be specific. There's a lot of different Earths, but my favorite is the PR Earth. And as you can see, I struggle drawing lashes, sadly. Boom, fail. Boom, fail. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Woo, fail. Fail. And this part will come into play right about now, I suppose. I forget. Awkward Thomas. But yeah, basically I duplicate it and then I use that for the gradient part, which we will get to later. Yeah. Fail. Alright, good enough. Yeah, I should have used a folder so I didn't have to hide all of this. I forgot a couple parts, sadly. Boop, boop, boop. Just do it all. Come on, you're wasting my time. Oh, no wonder why this video was 30 minutes long, almost. I was wondering why this stuff was, but then I looked at that. Yeah. I thought it was both of these, but it was not. Because if it wasn't, I would have crashed out. Yeah, there we go. We got that figured out with. Yay, party time. Then I did that. Press the bucket a couple times on the eyelashes. Woohoo. Just to make sure it was good, I just simply I started with the gradient. But I made sure it didn't blend in too well. Yeah, I forgot about that. You gotta just do the same thing you did with the outline for a gradient. I had to temporarily do that just so I could make sure it blends in well. Would you look at that? It's done. Then, I made the same mistake twice, sadly. And yeah, I also made that mistake, but I didn't realize it because I made a mistake. Weehoo. And then I made this mistake where I accidentally did the whole thing. And yeah, it caused me to lag a bit. I tried to exit out, but it didn't work until now. Woohoo! Yeah, I was trying to do a chromatic thing for Jeremiah, but it sadly didn't work. But yeah, I messed up on that. Luckily for me, undo button was my best friend. If I like exited out of the canvas thing and I tried to do it and it just wouldn't work. Ooh, that would be depressing. But yeah, I did that. The green. I duplicated it. And I basically used the same thing for that. Now just do this. Perspective will be your best friend if you're trying to do rings. Very much best friend. I should probably cover how to do like a watery planet. thing next. I will do that. Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll just be a quick doodle, I hope. But yeah, there it is. I forgot that the blue outline thing was a little bit too big for Earth, so I just fixed that. Yeah, you tend to have a lot of mistakes when drawing, so don't cry over spilled milk when that does happen. Because it's just a little oopsies that can be fixed. But then there you go. Gaussian blur until you think it looks right. And then let the magic begin once you do think it is right. Because then you have to duplicate. Yeah, I just brightened it up a bit because it looked a little bit desaturated. A little bit too dark. So there you go. Fixed. Recording these is hard. Yeah, I undid all that stuff. So that way I can do that. All the shading, all the lighting, the base itself. It's back to normal. And then I duplicate it. And here's my fun. Just trying to do the perspective. Yeah. Try not to mess up too much. Woohoo, we did it. Almost did it. I don't know anymore. Yeah, just tried to do that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is fun sometimes. Yet it's not fun because it's annoying. I'm so out of breath from recording this. It's like 8+ minutes. The third recording kept on pausing because of the background noise that kept on annoying me. But yes, we go back to here. Now here's my fun part. Yes, I'm a cheater. I use Leo's hand reference. I can't draw hands, but at the same time I can't. I can't make it look like how Leo or Digi does, but ain't no biggie. Nobody's going to cry over spoiled milk by using hand references. If you use hand references, it ain't no biggie. Just make sure you at least credit the owner or something. I thank Leo for using hand references though, so don't worry. He allows people to do it, so thank you, Leo. I'll mention you in the description because you're my art teacher though. You're the one that teaches me everything except for that bloom on the lighting. So yeah, he's taught me from rings to that, but I've taught myself how to do the Neptune mouths. Well, if it wasn't for one of the high people of the Digital Hourglass server, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, enough monologuing. I just do that for the hands. You know, what makes Earth special is that she has two different colored hands, so it'll be a little difficult to draw someone like Earth, a planet like Earth. Especially since she has two colored hands, which means you have to get two different kinds of lighting and shading. Weehoo! Yeah, I had a little problem making the size of the hands since I make my hands large, but not as large as how Scornio's. It makes them like larger than a planet, but I try to make it at least somewhat smaller than the planet itself. Because who wants hands bigger than their head or their body? But yeah, I just did that, decided to make it Earth a little more expressioned. Sorry if this blends in a bit with that. And then I just started, yeah, you have to keep on trying. Yeah, there we go, we got it. Say Earth, just adjust that a little bit. It doesn't blend in too much. Don't make me crash out. Should I add like an outline or something on it? But yeah, we got that, and then then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just make Earth have a little bit of fun. There we go. Oop, wrong. Oop, wrong again. Or never mind. And then I decided to use this so I don't have to redraw the outline. Yeah, got rid of that. Fix the outline. It probably didn't really fix it that much, but whatever. Woohoo, it's fixed. Yeah, it kind of does blend in a little bit, but whatever. Ain't no crying over some oil milk for. And now for the hardest part, which is the outline. And as you can see, I just did this. I try to make it look like the outline of the Earth's space outline, but so I know I'm just gonna make it unique, different from the outline of the Earth itself. But yeah, here's the hard part. You just gotta make it a little lighter for the base. It's actually quite simple unless you want really detailed hands like Digital Hourglass or the other massively popular PR tubers. Yeah, what I did is I did that, duplicated it, and then I turned down the brightness by a lot. And then changed the opacity. There we go, 50. And then this is what I mean by special tool is your friend. Lasso Eraser. Basically allows you to carve in and out shapes. Lasso Draw creates shapes, while Lasso Eraser destroys shapes. It's quite useful indeed. Helps me out when I have problems myself. And note, it doesn't go well with those ruler tools. It really doesn't go. Unless you want to make like a star, again, yes, you can use the circle ruler plus that just to speed up the process. And then, yeah, we basically just make that. The lighting can be pure white or just a light color of the blue of the color you use. I cannot speak right now, suddenly. I'm trying my best to make this video because I promised I would. Sorry about the background noise. That is my dog. She is curious what I am doing right now. Yeah, don't mind her. Sorry, Rosie, I'm recording a video for any artist. But yeah, just do that. It doesn't matter how big you make it, just don't make it look too big or too small. And if you want, you can like use the Gaussian blur to make it look even more realistic, or just add even more lighting on the back that's facing towards the planet or towards another star. But that's completely optional. I don't make people do whatever their art desires. But yeah, there we go. I just do this. I grab like a airbrush. I made myself an airbrush. Baby. Made the light a little too bright. Yeah, there we go. I did that. Forgot that I did that. And then this is what Meteor taught me. Or at least taught us. Actually, no, I think Leo taught me. Yeah, sorry, Leo. I'm very sorry. Yeah, you taught me this. But I didn't really do it that much because I didn't really feel like it was useful enough. But now it is. I made it a little brighter than the outline just in case it blended. And I used I tried using the Gaussian blur, but I mistapped. Whatever. But yeah, we got done with that. And then I just do this, just stack it on top of each other, and hopefully it turns out the best. A duplication, yeah. And then I just merge them all together, and then I do the same thing for the other hand. Let me tell you, perspective is hard unless you make glowing hands, which basically the outline is bigger than the base. I mean brighter, and then you just add a glow effect outside, or just make Gaussian blur hands if you want. Any blur, but Gaussian blur is the most useful because it doesn't make it look particles and other stuff. I still don't know how Digi and others make one of those gas hands like HD 100-406B. Yeah, there you go. I just did the same thing with this hand. Let me tell you, it was painful. I'm getting tired of speaking. Holy, what am I? Yeah, just repeat the same steps for this. I tried to do the same thing for that, but it didn't really work out well. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. No, I don't like it. I'm just gonna. Yeah, there we go. And now this part is my favorite. Now I have to face it same direction but with a different facing hand. Yay! Drawing planets. It's the most hardest thing ever, if I may. Much better than trying to draw in other art styles like Digi's art style. Oh, drawing in Digi's art style is literally trying to draw the Mona Lisa blindfolded. Sorry, Gigi, but I'm criticizing your art. You just draw too good. Even for my own good, you draw too good. Even for me. Yeah, there we go. Did the same. That last part was unnecessary, but yeah. I just try to make it look like it's facing towards where it needs to go. Like how Leo taught me. Oop, made a little mistake. No worries. Our little friend is here to save us. But yeah. Do the same here. Here. I'm so funny sometimes. I should have shaded that report right there, but whatever. Nobody's going to hurt me, but just forgetting to add a couple shading spots. It's my shading. But if you want it to look realistic, then add shading. Unless you want to pull a global gambling or just any FNF and then just don't shade your hands, period. Then go ahead. No one's going to criticize you except if they really like shading and lighting and they just start hating on you for it, or they just criticize you. It's better if they criticize you than just hating on you, because criticizing lets you know, hey, your art needs some improvement and I'm telling you how to improve it. So please accept the fact that you need some help with your art, and that is that help. Yes, I've been criticized before in music and art. Maria has been my major art critic for Celestial art. I've become so good. It's as accurate as can be. This is as accurate as can be. This is my most accurate Earth art ever since. Better than the last art I did, but it's just as good. This is even better, I think. Yeah, you do the same thing for here. Yeah, sorry about the background noise. That's just my dogs barking. I'm just gonna accept the fact that they bark. They bark at squirrels, they bark at other stuff. That's my life. No one can change it, lol. And then airbrush my friendo Bendo. Yay, you've came to help me. Shading like this is hard. It's no joke. What is a joke is the fact that people just sometimes just overshade, undershade, and othershade. Yeah, I'll try not to curse as much. Wow, the community I come from, we tend to cuss a lot. But yeah, we're getting near the end. Basically, I try to find my other Earth mic asset that I think I deleted now. Yeah, I got this one. It's my most recent, I think. It probably isn't my most recent, I don't know, but it doesn't matter as long as I can get the job done. But yeah, there we go, we're getting toward the end. I hope you are enjoying the fact that I'm using my time wisely to teach y'all. Yeah, I thought I had other Earth mic assets, so I just decided to go through all my assets. Yeah, I put my date and time on assets, rings, and other stuff just so when I use IBIS Paint X, I don't have trouble with it. I've already made a tutorial on the rings, but yeah. I'm still gonna make a planet in my style just like I did last time, but with my new shading style. And I'm gonna give them all rings, including the sun, including Pluto, which is theoretically impossible for the sun and Pluto because they both have Roche limits that are impossible to get. But yeah, there we go. We have like 30 seconds left, so yeah. That's basically all, and I'm just going to add music to this video. Just like I was planning to do the entire time, but yeah. 20 seconds left, but yeah. I hope you enjoyed. Bye! Like and subscribe for more content. Bye! By the way, this is the finished product of Earth. I hope you like it. Bye.